Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of PhilsPhive. Yes, I know it's not Wednesday yet, but my schedule dictates that I've got to do it a little bit early. So here it goes. I'm going to lead off with just a little update on what's going on with our office right now. I was over there a little bit earlier, and you can look from one side all the way down to the other side. They're pulling pretty much most, and in some places, all of the sheetrock out of there. I've gone through our contents and made some really good headway, and pretty close, maybe another 3 weeks or so on probably getting us to the point where we can pivot to start thinking about the rebuild there. And on that note, we have, if you go to dallasbuilders.org and you click on the rebuilding efforts link right there at the top, you can see the link for anybody who wants to step in and donate any products, services, funds to our rebuilding fund. We appreciate all of that. We're working with our insurance company, but as these things typically go, there'll definitely be a shortfall there in a number of areas, and really appreciate everybody on our task force that's taken the day-to-day operations of this and helped me out quite a bit. We hit a big milestone here this week. We were able to get the new computers ready to go for our staff, get them fully reconnected and enjoying the access to the files and all the things that help them operate efficiently and effectively. So that was a big step forward there. Another update, big step forward. We're in the middle of a legislative session, certainly a session unlike any other down there in Austin. We've got a couple of priority bills that have been filed. These have to do with, and they're the same bill, one in the House and one in the Senate. They have to do with trying to tighten up the refund statute, whereby if 45 days pass and you haven't gotten approval for your building permit, which is currently the case in Dallas, Forney, and a couple of other cities down in the San Antonio area, you'll get a refund of your building permit fees. There's a statute already on the books. It's been there for about 15 years, but there's some caveats in there that we're trying to wipe out and make it where cities can be more accountable to those time frames. So the bill number's there. It's HB 2590 by Representative Jeff Leach from the Plano area here, and SB 1947 by Senator, formerly Representative, now Senator Drew Springer, who took over for Pat Fallon, who moved on to Congress here over the last few months. So this hopefully is something we can get moving, get some hearings on, and I know David and I are going to work real hard along with the Texas Association of Builders to advocate for. Another thing, and this is a good transition to the State of the Industry Summit that we're advocating for, are lumber prices. They're absurd, they're skyrocketing, there's some big challenges on the supply side. So March 25th, we're going to take a really hard look at that issue and a whole bunch of others that are impacting the housing economy, both on the national as well as the state and local level. We have two chief economists, Rob Dietz, the chief economist, of course, from NAHB, and Dr. Jim Gaines from the Texas A&M Real Estate Center. Is a great expert, very personable, and have just as of today added David Yessian, who's the VP of Purchasing for Foxworth Galbraith, and he's going to give us a really good look at what it looks like from them as a supplier trying to purchase lumber and maybe some of the other commodities that are also increasing in price. So we'll have a really good discussion with him on what his desk looks like. And a big thanks to Hotchkiss Insurance for being the title partner of the summit. You can register again on March 25th is when it occurs. Register at dallasbuilders.org, and we're going to have a really action-packed morning starting at 9 a.m. that day. Also got an action-packed education agenda. We've got a couple CAPS classes to round out this month on March 24th and March 31st. Building a Better Business series on winning new customers is going to be April 7th, and a certification class on Universal Design Essentials April 8th. So again, go to register for those at dallasbuilders.org. Thanks for Structure Home Warranty for being the partner for all of our education classes, including those. You've been missing them. I've been missing them. I've been missing you. We've got in-person events coming up. No joke, April 1st, April Fool's Day, but I'm not kidding you. We're going to have the return of After Hours at the Dallas Trademark. It's hosted by Lee Lighting at Savoy House down there. Pay very close attention on the instructions for this, because you need to register. These are their rules with the venue guidelines that we're dealing with here. So you've got to register. We've got to have the list of names. It's got to be capped at 50, and we're already, I think, at 40 or so there. We're going to have probably a 10 or 15 person waiting list, but it's sure to sell out, and it's going to have all the usual food, fun, builder jackpot, and another venue protocol that's going to be observed are masks. So be prepared to bring a mask and exercise some of the things that we've gotten used to over the last few months. And this is just what we're going to be dealing with from venue to venue as we get back to in-person events. We'll try to be really clear and upfront with you all on what we're doing, what the venue is requiring, and what to expect once you get there. But this one's really important, whereas after hours before you could just kind of show up and walk in. This one you definitely have to register for. We'll have a few more coming up later in the year that will probably have different, perhaps more relaxed guidelines, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm just happy to see everybody, and I'm looking forward to being a part of After Hours. Hope to see you at those education classes, at the summit, and some of the things that we'll do virtually between now and then. So I hope you have a good week, and I'll pick this up probably next Wednesday from our office, and I'll get to show you some of the progress that we're making over there. Take care.